Hi, and welcome to this quick how to help video on finding the product of two brackets. Now, I'm using that word product because product means times. And that's exactly what these questions are doing. It says this bracket times, because it's squashed, by this bracket. So these are the four questions that we're going to do in our examples during this video. I'm going to highlight each one as I go in case there's a particular one that you just want to forward to watch. So here is our first one. It's the question, if you like, in its simplest possible form, mainly because it is all positive, so I'm not having to think about negatives. And with this, there are lots of different methods. So there's foil, there's crab's claw, there's grids, there's three straight off the back, and there's probably more as well. I like crab's claw, and I'm going to do it with crab's claw, but I'm also going to show you an alternative method as well. That alternative method will come up at the end so that the two methods don't kind of merge or confuse by being seen at the same time. The reason that I'm doing the crab's claw is because it feels very similar to when I expand the single brackets. And we want to try and keep things as samey as possible, just so that there isn't loads of different things to remember. So let's have a look at what we're actually doing. What we're going to be doing is saying that this letter here has to multiply everything in this bracket, and then this number has to multiply everything in this bracket. And I want to do it in a logical order so I don't leave anything out and forget to do one. So I start with the x, and I'm going to do my arrow, x times x. If I need to, I can write it to the side. X times x is x squared. So the first answer is x squared. X hasn't finished yet because it's also got to multiply to the 4. So it's to do x times 4, which is 4x. 4x is positive, so it's plus 4x over here. Now it's the turn of the 2, and I'm going to go underneath just so I don't have lots of lines crossing each other. So 2 is going to multiply to the x to give me 2x. So I got positive 2x, and then 2 times 4 is 8. And again, that's a positive number, so it's plus 8. And that is everything multiplied by everything in the brackets. And you can see with a little imagination why it's called a crab's claw method, because if you've done it in the right order, you will create that crab's claw around the question. Now, there is one more little bit to do. We haven't finished. This bit here in the middle collects together, it simplifies. Okay, I've got 4 x's and another 2 x's, so I might as well put them all together and just have one number representing the x's. So I've got x squared, just the one, and then I've got 4x plus 2x, which is 6x, and then I've got my plus 8, and that is the final answer there. Okay, all right, let's have a look at the next question. So we've got x minus 3, x plus 5. So exactly the same, don't change a thing. X times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. I've got a negative involved in this question, so it may be that I get into that habit of just writing those ones to the side so I can see everything that's going on. That's minus 3x. And then again, I've got minus 3 times 5. Well, 3 times 5 is 15. And there's one negative in the question, so there's 1 in the answer. Okay, now we are going to collect up that middle section. Generally speaking, you will always have a middle section to collect up, okay? You don't always have a answer because sometimes you get this cancelling out, but you will always have it to actually do. So I've got x squared I've got 5 x's and I'm taking 3 away. That's going to leave me 2 x's, which is positive, and then minus 15 on the end. Okay. Next one. So this one's slightly different because we've got a number in front of the bracket. And there's absolutely no reason why I couldn't have had a number in both. I've just chosen to do one as our example. We are not allowing a different thing in the question to put us off. We know exactly what to do. We just go through the motions of the method, completely trusting every step of it. If I need to write out what I'm doing just to help me see what's going on, then that's sensible. So I've got 2x times x, 2 times, there isn't another number visible, so it's not going to affect the 2. So I've got 2, and then x times x is x squared. So I've got 2x squared. I've then got 2x times minus 2. Whoops, get that times sign in, minus 2. 2 times 2 is 4. I've got one negative in the question, so it's negative, and I've got that x squashed up. So minus 4x. Minus 5 times x is just all squashed up, minus 5x. And then the last one is minus 5 times minus 2. 5 2s are 10. I can see the 2 negatives are going to make that positive, so plus 10. And then I have that middle to take a look at. So I've got 2x squared. I'm at minus 4, and I need to take another 5. So I'm going down the number line another 5 places. That's away from the 0 direction. So if I'm at minus 4 and I go another 5 down the line, I'm at minus 9x. And then I've got my plus 10. And it really is an area to just take care. It's so easy to go the wrong way on the number line. Okay. All right. The last question for this video is this one here. I'm going to show you, first of all, the common mistake. And that is people going, okay, I've got x squared and then minus 3 times minus 3. That's positive 9. And there's their answer. It doesn't feel like it's gone badly wrong, but it has gone completely wrong. And you won't get any marks if you take that approach. Okay, so let's start again and see what it is we should be doing. So anything raised to the power 2 should be multiplied by itself. This is something that we know about power 2. For example, if I told you you had to do 5 squared, you would be doing 5 times 5. So this power 2 means multiply the 5 by itself. This power 2 means multiply this by itself. So it's a very sneaky way, times by itself, there it is. It's a very sneaky way of hiding a crab's claw question. So if they wanted to just try and make this a little bit harder, that's the sort of thing that they're going to do, because you've got to know to write the 2 brackets out for yourself. Now I can crack on. X times x, x squared. X times minus 3 is minus 3x. Minus 3 times x is minus 3x again. And then that minus 3 times minus 9, which we did earlier, is positive 9. Collect up the middle. And you get x squared minus 6x plus 9. Minus 3 minus another 3 takes me to minus 6. Okay. All right. So that's everything on crab's claw. If you have struggled watching this, if you think you're really not going to get on very well with crab's claw and you want an alternative, I'm going to just choose one of those and do it with the other method. So let's take x minus 3 and x plus 5. What we're going to do is use the grid method. So the first bracket has got an x and a minus 3 in it. and the second has an X and a +5. And notice that I am showing the signs because I'm going to need to see them when I'm doing my maths. Now I'm just going to multiply in like a times table grid. So X times X is X squared. X times -3. All I actually have to do is my -3 and squash in the X. I've then got X and +5, squash it all together. And I've then got, and this is where I need to be really careful, -3 times +5, which is -15. Now the adding bit that you've seen with Crab's Claw is here. And I've got X squared, I'm at 5, take away 3, I've got +2X -15. And that is an alternative way to do that type of question. Okay, hopefully you have found this useful, and we go on to triple brackets in the next video. Thank you for taking the time to watch this one.